Hey y'all, welcome back. Today is January 16th, 2021. How are we here? Just got through doing a whip parade, the Startapalooza, whatever the husband called it, and all the things, and now it's halfway through January. But there's been a lot. There's been a lot going on. Some good things, some not so good things. My house is fine. Like, everything's fine here. We're good here. But, you know, the whole US thing is not so hot. But we'll talk about all of that through all the things, because we're catching up on all the things, because it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere in there. My name's Amy, and welcome to my world of random and craziness. I wrote notes. Oh, whoa, dude, were you on my notebook this whole time? Hello. Good start. Okay, I took notes. I have all the things around me. I've been starting all the things, but not too much, I don't think. I started with, let's wait, rewind, pause. Today is January 16th. I said all that. Okay, we're on Floss Tube number 64. What? 64. And I did the whole name thing. Is that all for the intro? Because I don't remember. It's been a minute. Okay, back to the stitching. January 1st at 12:01, we all celebrated, we hugged, we kissed, I said goodbye, I ran upstairs, and I started. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Now, there's a little more back here, but you can't see that. It's fine. Here's my start. I'm so excited. So excited. I was gonna tell you like what I did each week for stitch count, but it's a new start. And so the tablet pattern keeper will tell me how many stitches I put in so far. Let's back out of this one. And you might hear screaming. Football's on. My team is playing right now. But we have so much to go over. Okay, jeez. From January 1st until now, I have put in 7,128 tent stitches. Don't get overexcited. It's all tent. But, which puts me at exactly 1%. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm using this for all the prompts for Bingo, in Full Coverage Fanatics. I'm using it in Magical Stitches. It's my focus piece in Semi-Sane Stitchers. I'm hoping for a lot more. This is also, my 21 in 21 for full coverage, but because I'm doing tent, it's 42 in 21, because you have to double everything, which is fine, totally fine. The next one I started was, and this one got a lot of work in because New Year's, Nicole, who's Darvana Lee Designs Studios, had an open Zoom room, and so I was in there for a little while. They were at dinner when it was my midnight. So they had already celebrated, the day has already gone, they were eating dinner. But Nicole was nice enough to come back, and then a few other people popped in, and we were all chatting until like 4 o'clock my time in the morning. But I was so excited I couldn't stop. Okay, there's that. The next one I started was Pandemic. I'm already having issues, but it's okay. It's okay. It's my issues because we all know I can't count. But here, I almost hit myself in the face. Here's where I'm at. So I started, the plan was to do the full border. So you can kind of see it poking out down here, and there's a floss hanging, and up here. I started here, I worked, I went all the way down, I came around and realized this and this they're not matching. So then I counted, and then I tried to get the husband to count, but he went cross-eyed and was like, I don't know how you do this. So I gave up and I started over. Well, I didn't start over. I left everything as is. I'm not ripping anything out. I just decided to start in this corner because it was the only place I had a full like corner going. So I started here. I don't know how well you can see that. And I'm just going to keep stitching. And I'm going to work my way out. I'm going to work my way down. And I'll figure out this madness later. This one has, because this is also on here, it's so nice. So nice having the PK. Wake up. This one has 2,961 full stitches. I'm doing this on the 22 count Phoenix by Be Stitch Me with Evil Queen as the floss. It's silk. Oh my god, y'all, it's butter. There's no R on the end of that. It's butter. Yeah. Smooth. So smooth. So I'm being very, very careful, and I'm counting like 5 times to make sure I'm in the right place. But I am loving this stitch. Loving it. So there's that one. The next one is Baby Yoda. So cute. So cute. And I didn't show the pictures of Pandemic because I think everyone pretty much knows what that looks like, and Once Upon a Fairy Tale from Heaven and Earth Designs. I didn't show the picture of that one, but this one, Baby Yoda, so cute. Oh geez, don't drop the tablet. Look at him. So adorable. Okay, so this one, I started and just went crazy. Did you see him? Do you see him? I have 6,174 tent, but he is super cute. Oh my gosh, I freaking love him. So cute. And I'm loving tent. I'm just saying. I'm loving the tent. I don't like having to double my counts for everything because I get like 2,000. I'm so excited and then I realize it's only 1,000, so it doesn't count. I have 1,000 more to go, but that's okay. It's okay. The next one is, do I have a picture of this one? I think I have to go to my Facebook. Bum, bum, bum. And this is why, although I was upset, not upset, but like, I don't want to, with the albums for Magical Stitches, I'm kind of glad I did because now I have pictures. And, oh, wrong post, wrong post. Let's go here. This one. So it's kind of a blurry photo, but you get the idea. It's maybe not. All the madness. Let's turn it down. Linda, communicate to Linda. Ish, maybe. But no, how about that? There we go. Okay, so this is Harry Potter stained glass. And that is a lot of black, y'all. It's not even in the pattern. It's not even there. So my stitches are not counted in Pattern Keeper for all the 310 I'm doing, but it says I only have 880 stitches. That's wrong. And this is also tent, but what the 880 is counting for is this right here. I don't know how to show this, but that's as wide as it's going to be. That's the full length, and that's all 310 all the way across. And this is 939, which I had to order a box because I couldn't find a cone, so I just ordered a box. But that's the start. I'm so excited. All this is going to be 310, y'all. All this. Yep. It's fine. Everything's fine. My kid's worth it. That's what we tell ourselves, right? There's that one. Okay. The next one is, I think I also need to look here for, yep. It's called Frozen Funny Moment, and Scarlett may have outgrown this, but I love Olaf. He's my favorite, and it's just funny. So, Frozen Funny Moment. And I started on this one. And this one's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. It's smaller than my hand. It's fine though. Know your alphabet. There we are. This has 4,110 stitches in it already. And that's, does this go all the way down? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, that's it. That's the full length. That's the height. I'm not sure what I was measuring to, because that's a lot of, I don't know. You can kind of see Olaf poking in here and Sven's antler here coming in. I'm doing this one in hand. It's so little. Like, that is the full, I mean, that's it right there. And my hands are not big. My hands are pretty little. That's it. How big is that compared to my thumb? Yeah, see? That's little. Yeah, so it's small. I'm doing it in hand. It's going pretty quick. I'm liking it so far. I did bring in some WIPS, so I don't want you to think I'm forgetting about all the old stuff and only bringing in the new stuff. I'm fitting them in where I can fit them in. And this one I'm using for bingo, I think, for having 2 in something, so I have the 2 people in the project. And this one got, nope, I have to look here because I don't know. Because this is where it's going to start getting a little confusing, whereas the new projects, it's easier to tell you exactly my stitch count because I'm starting from day 0 to now. And then my new one, or my older WIPS, I have to figure out the math. Where did I stitch on you? Where are you? And because it's been almost 2 weeks, I can't remember what I stitched when. I know I stitched on you for something. It was for a bingo, number 1 right here. Okay, so 1,019 stitches got put in because you're required 1,000 for each bingo space. And I started working everywhere. I just started filling in. So all this right here is new. I think this little spot and all this is new. So super excited. So still working on the WIPS, not forgetting about them. Oops. That's what that'll look like. If I go that way. So gorgeous. Also worked on Dragonkin. I got in, see, please hold. I don't know how many I got in. I think 1,227 sounds right? Ish, maybe. And I worked more on the wing down here and filling all this in. I know all this red, I can't say red because it all looks red, but the red from I think here down is new. It's my oldest Haid WIP. Well, it's my first and my oldest. So still working on this one. Then I started the cherry blossom from Maidier. I couldn't help myself. We had to do something with trees. It's an evergreen tree, which obviously this is not. So I'm doing penalty stitches, which is totally fine. But I was too excited and I want to try it. I don't know if you can see, maybe. Can you see like my little stitches? I have to say, it's been a long time since I've stitched on 14 count. I am really impressed with the coverage for 2/1 stranding on a 14 count. The floss is, I don't think it's DMC. It can't be. It's silk. It's butter. Now this one has an R, butter, and Brandy's has an A at the end, butter. There's a difference, but they're not perfect, but they're laying down pretty freaking well for being 2/1 on 14. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed because anytime I've done 14 with 2/1, they don't look that plump. If that makes sense. I don't know. But it looks good. I'm enjoying it. This is super stiff. It's super, like, there's no wiggle. But I think it's because of the paint that's on it. I mean, it's 14 count Aida, but I think it's because of the paint and everything else they have to do to it. So, I tried working it in hand. My hand got too tired, so I worked on it with the Q-snap. So it's just different. I have to get used to working on it, I think. But I am enjoying it. I am totally enjoying it. So there's that one. And then the last one I started, which I started this on Thursday this week, is phone. There we go. Lose my head if it wasn't attached. I swear I would. This is the Game of Thrones chair. And I think I'm doing penalty stitches on this one too. I did another prompt for it, square number 22, and now I'm doing 25. But here's where I'm at, y'all. Yeah, this is only 2 colors so far. This one right here, I think, is $8.44, and now I'm working in $37.99. You can kind of see him filling it in up here. And this one, I started this on Thursday. Hello, wake up. I get it's a little slow, but it's fine. 2,584 tent in that one so far. So that's all my WIPs, all the things I've started so far. It's been so much fun, and it's given me a lot to focus on, which is super helpful right about now. So I'm going to set this over here without bumping you, I hope. I've had some people ask me how I plan to keep my head straight in all of this, and I'm using my planner. It's just a happy planner. There's nothing special. This was on the 1st. So I have my Magical Stitches column, my Full Coverage Fanatics column, and my Semi-Sane Stitchers column. And I'm writing down, as I'm posting the photo, the starting photo, I'm writing down what it's for. So 2021 full coverage, which was a start, the Lightning Thief, I can't read backwards, building cabins, which I wrote it here, but didn't actually start until here. So that's why things are like, or no, sorry. I wrote it here thinking it was the 1st. It's not. The 1st wasn't until here. And then for Semi-Sane, I have the 21 and 21. OUAF is Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Bingo. Because in full coverage, you can dip anywhere you want to. So if you want to do all 3, you can quadruple dip and all that fun stuff. Magical Stitches, you can only double dip with the Headmistress Challenge, I think. And Semi-Sane, I don't remember the rules, but I don't really double dip with theirs because I usually only focus on one thing. So this time I'm actually focusing on the snowball fight. Stitchopoly I wrote in there, but it's because I joined it. It doesn't start until February, and then the January focus. So there's those. And then I just keep doing that. So whatever I'm doing, let me see if I can, let me show you last week's. Or maybe this week's would be a better idea. Okay. So like, for this last week, we had to spell out demigods. And so I wrote out my words, and I wrote down what project I was doing for what letter. And as I posted my starting photo, I wrote down the project, the prompt, and what was in the prompt that I could use for the letter. So like this one was dragon for D. I think I used eyes for E. Mouth. I don't remember. I think iron, because there's iron swords and stuff. Girl for dragonkin. Owl, that was in Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Doors for Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I could have used dragon again there, but I decided to use a different word. And then scales for dragonkin. So that's how I'm going through, and this so far seems to be working for me. So for Full Coverage Fanatics, I did bingo number 3 and number 11. And then for full coverage, or Semi-Sane Stitchers, I got hit with a snowball by, is that Natalia? Yeah, Natalia here, and then I think Tara got me over here. So I wrote down who hit me, so that way I know which prompt to respond to. And to dry off, it's 100 stitches. And then I made snowball, and I wrote down what number snowball I was working on, and then how many stitches I got for it. So that's how I'm trying to keep myself straight. Because last year I had just the one planner, and it was kind of my kids' stuff, me and my husband, family stuff, and then everything stitchy down here. And it kind of really got jumbled up. So I think doing it this way is going to be easier. I also am going through and putting down my total stitch count. So from January 1st to January 10th, this is where I was at with all of my projects. So Pandemic, Harry Potter, Baby Yoda, Once Upon a Fairy Tale, Frozen Funny Moments, and Serenity and Endy, which put me at a total of 19,226 stitches. Now, before you all gasp and go, holy crap, you did almost 20,000 stitches in a week, hold on. When I'm doing my total count here, I'm counting stitches done as in they're done. Not, I haven't been signing because I've been holding my book, but I'm not counting whether it's a tent stitch or a full stitch. I'm just counting how many stitches, period. Because if the stitch is done, whether it's tent or full, Pattern Keeper doesn't know the difference. It just knows that the stitch is finished. So from January 1st to January 10th, I got 19,226 stitches. That is a mix of full and tent. And I'm going to keep going that way because here I have to put down, for example, that's full, that's full, that's full. Okay. So for Game of Thrones chair, I'm working on the prompt 25, but it's going to be a penalty. So I know I have to do 2,000 stitches, which means I have to do 4,000 in order for this to count for the group. But in my personal count, which is this right here, it's going to be 4,000 stitches. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I have to make something confusing. It's me. Just saying. So there's that. So the planner is done. I've been using S. Ward Designs. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm loving these. I'm loving them. Let me see. I put all my Hades in alphabetical order to make it easier. Everything else is kind of just thrown in. I say easier, but now I can't. Okay. So, like Once Upon a Fairy Tale, I started on the 1st. I worked on the 2nd, 3rd, and then again on the 12th. So I know I want to work on this one again in there somewhere because that's a big one. So I want to get more days on that. But I am, oh man, it's so much fun to color in the little box because you worked on it. It's so fun. So like Game of Thrones chair, I've worked on that for 3 days. I think, is Pandemic in here somewhere? I know it is. Baby Yoda got 4 days. And I have, I'm hoping that was a good yell. I don't know. It makes me nervous. I can't watch the game because if I watch the game, they'll lose and it'll be my fault. It's only weird if it doesn't work. I'm just saying. We're in the playoffs. Okay, anyways. Focus. Focus. So Pandemic, I worked the 4 days. So I know I want to get more of that in there somewhere. Trying to make everything fit because full coverage, obviously, is full coverage. And I have a lot this year, so I'm focusing on that for all my full coverage things. I'm using full coverage for focusing on those. And then Magical Stitches is kind of, I get to use whatever I want. So I try to fit them in together, as in whatever I'm working full coverage, I'm working in Magical Stitches at the same time. But Magical Stitches lets me work on things like Pandemic or the 2 new starts I have planned for next week. Is it next week? Week after. Nope, it's next week. It's next weekend. Next week-ish weekend. Okay. Somewhere in there. So, like, my new starts, which will go in a haul because I guess, whoa, Linda, what are you doing, yo? Calm down. Calm down. Calm yourself. Okay. I know it's been a minute. Calm down. I got some Happy Mail in that these are my haul that I purchased from Be Stitch Me. And this one is called Dirty Chalkboard. Whoa, Linda. Ooh, was it too fast? Was it in your face? I'm sorry. Dirty Chalkboard, Ada, 18 count. And I'm going to do the Metallica flag. Flag? I have flag and flame. Flag. I think flag is going on there. Tablet. If I can show that to you. Oh, why did I click open chart? I need open PDF. Moments. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. My husband is a big Metallica fan, and I think that one's super cool. So that's what I'm going to do. So that is going to go on this. With the hopes that I don't have to stitch the black. That's the game plan. So I'm going to start in the middle, which is going to be weird, but I'm starting in the middle. And I'm going to work my way up, down, out, however. But I'm hoping to not stitch, come back, little buddy, the black background, the eyes, the nose, or in between the teeth. I will if I have to. But I'm hoping to, like, the skull right here that's halfway, I'm hoping not to have to stitch that, just the little pieces that are in there for the flag. So anything that's black, unless it's like, you know, this little sliver piece right here, I might stitch that. We'll see. Pretty much trying to remove the background and use this as the background. So there's that. And then everyone is talking about the inauguration start, if I can spell. And I'm using not another sampler, 28 count Lugana, also by Stitch Me. There we go. And this is gonna be, oh god, it's butter. Look, y'all. Gorgeous. So there is slight modeling. No, it's not crazy. It's slight modeling in there, which I think is perfect. And on the 20th, whoa, listen, I'm going to be starting Twin Peak Primitives, One Nation Under God. And I'm going to do it as is. Meaning I'm not taking out the alphabet, because I'm not a big alphabet person. So the alphabet at the bottom, I'm still leaving it. I'm leaving everything as is, but I'm choosing my own colors. It's time for me to stitch what I have with what I have. So I had plans of going through and kitting the whole thing, and then I realized that made me nervous. I don't like doing that. I'd much rather start in the middle with the house and use the white that I have. It's not going to be white. It's Husk or Almond from Color and Cotton. I don't remember. And I'm going to just start with the house. And then I'm going to pick a color next to that and see what I like next to it and just work out from there. But I think it's beautiful. And it says, all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. One Nation Under God, 1776. Watcha! Just kidding. It was a good catch, right? I'm turning into a ninja and I didn't even know it. But anyways, that's going to be my start on the 20th. Yep. Is that it? Is that all I got for haul? I think so. Pretty sure. It's all I have over here, so I'm going to assume that that's all I got. I could be wrong. It's happened before. I did get some happy mail from Australia. Oh my gosh. And it came in this. Let me just tell you, I'm keeping this. Like, it's all going to just stay in here. It's freaking awesome. Counting pins. Are those not gorgeous? Hello. Stay, little buddy. Stay. Those are flippin' gorgeous. I really like this little bead right here. It's super cool. And these color changes in them. And those feel like gemstones. Like, they're pretty hefty. They're gorgeous. Which is funny because I got these the day after I started pandemic. And I really could use these to try to count. But I didn't use them because I haven't shown them, and I think they're beautiful. Whoa. The person who sent them to me, I believe the name is Mel. I'm pretty sure she made those. I could be wrong. She didn't say in her note. But here's the gorgeous little note here. So pretty. So there's those. And she sent me patterns she finished stitching. Now, this one's gonna look familiar. Jewels of the Orient. Whoa. I already have this one. So when I finish mine, and she has some flosses in here, but not enough to finish the chart. She sent them more for like reference. Stay in there, little buddy. When I finish mine, because technically I still have to start it. When I finish it, I'll do a giveaway with it, and I'll send my kit with this one just all together. And if you can make use of what's left in mine versus what's left in this one and make it work, I don't know. We'll see. And then she sent this one. Oh, is that not gorgeous? It's gorgeous. And I have a feeling... Doesn't say. Maybe that is stitched. I was looking at the background thinking it was printed. But looking at it up close, I think you actually stitched that. Yeah, I'll have to find fabric for this one. Beautiful. And the chart I've been searching for I don't even know how long. It's the freaking samurai, y'all. Look at him. With that peacock behind him. And this one is the Mighty Samurai. Seems fitting. That was not a hard name to figure out. But I've been looking for this one for a while. And I kept finding it on eBay. And somebody was selling a copy of the chart for like $15. And thank goodness I had learned things because I almost bought it. Someone was selling the kit for like $300 and I just couldn't do it. So I'm so glad she reached out to me and was like, hey, do you by chance like this chart? I'm like, yes, it's one of the dream charts. I need samurais. I have so many beautiful geishas and so many beautiful Asian women that I need a little more dudes in there. So he's one of my favorites and I can't wait to start on him. Another one, I won a giveaway from Joy Filled, the E was missing, Stitcher, who's Annie. I won yarn! I'm so excited. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. And I'm gonna, my friend Zakia, who's Lady Wing Designs here on the Floss Tube World, she sent me a video a while back about how to, like, is it magic knot? Magic? It's something where you can tie your threads, or words are hard, okay? Yarns together with an invisible like little knot thingy. So I'm gonna actually try to weigh and magic loop yarn stuff. It's not magic loop. Is it magic loop? I don't know what I'm speaking. It's fine. I think somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm gonna try to split these because they're 20 grams, which is 100 grams total, which is exactly what you need for 2 socks. So I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna split them. I'm gonna weigh them, which I've never done that before. Can't be that hard, right? And I'm gonna split them in half, and then I'm gonna make me a pair of socks. And I'm so excited. I really like Molly Klein Design, who is, let me just put that up there just in case anyone's interested. Whoa, did I go too fast? Calm down. Molly Klein Design, also known as Sweet Tea Yarn. I believe she's on Etsy. Is that where I found her? I bought one of D-Stash. Wow, that was what I was looking for. One of the D-Stash yarns from my friend Jules. And it was also from Molly Klein. And I just like rubbing my face on it. But I won't open the package until I'm ready to actually, like, be a grown-up. Split and count and roll them up and make a nice ball. And hopefully I don't mathematically do this incorrectly. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. That actually arrived this morning. So there's that. Okay. I got through all of the starts, said the Happy New Year's, I did the intro, showed my planner, Sylvia's trackers, which S-Word Designs on Etsy. She does a phenomenal job. And let me just tell you, I use, because I just thought of this, I use friction pens for everything because Nicole told me to. And with this, I went through and I filled everything out. And in case I goof, and because I can never remember what day it is, and I mark in the wrong box, I have erased them and it did 0 damage to the paper. Because a lot of times I'll use these and sometimes the paper is not of great quality. So when you go to, hello, what happened to my color? No, just gonna be dark. It's cool. fine, whatever. I've gone to erase it and like the paper would start to peel, or it would rub like whatever was underneath, because she has numbers in her boxes, so it would like rub the number 7 out or whatever, but her papers aren't doing that. I can just rub it right off and it's perfect. Okay, hanging with my peeps. Holy cow, I haven't done this in a while. I have a few, and a lot of them are not new. But I'm going to start with the newest one that I found, and his name is Darcy Cameron, and he's hilarious. Okay, let's just start with the fact that he's freaking funny. He has his own theme song that he sang himself. And I'm pretty sure he's playing the ukulele. Is that what he's playing? Because his son wanted to learn, so now he's teaching himself. Something like that. You have to go watch him. There's curse words. Sometimes there's inappropriate adult conversations. So if you're not into that, don't go. But everyone else, go check him out. He's freaking hilarious. He works on Hades because go big or go home is his theory. And he just cracks me up. So, and his wife helps him by editing, so I understand, because my husband, you know, the husband does all the editing and all the stuffs. Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Bobbi. Okay, here's the deal. I shouted her out, then she shouted me out, so I'm shouting her back out, and now we're besties. She doesn't know it yet. It's okay, though. It's coming. We're besties. Yep. Because Hot Mess Express, because I can't pronounce long dog, because all the things. She's my girl. Go check her out. If you like long videos, Hot Mess Express, story time. She has an Etsy shop, and oh my gosh, things she picks for her. Dude, that freaking turkey, I keep eyeballing it. It's a little pricey because I want the expensive whatever is kitted in there. Because I don't know, not the DMCs, but whatever the other one is that she is. It, I don't know if it's silk. Who knows? Anyways, I'm eyeballing that kit. Don't let it go anywhere. Rachel Ray. Okay, I've talked about her a lot. She's my girl. I love her to pieces. I'm a little behind on my Floss Tube watching, so I'm just now getting into the first week? I don't know. Whatever week it was after the 6th. And I watched her video, and she was talking about what happened on the 6th. And her opinions and feelings about it. And I think she hit something on the head for me that I never noticed about myself. And that is, it's not that I don't want to talk politics. I don't want, let me rephrase. Okay, see, this is where what she was saying makes a lot more sense to me now that I'm looking back at myself in time, okay? I don't do politics on here because it takes me a long time to process everything that's happening. What happened on the 6th, my automatic reaction was anger, which doesn't help. It doesn't help the situation. It doesn't help them. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help my family to just be angry. What happened is what happened. I don't agree with what happened. There's a lot of emotions inside of what happened. So, like I said, I don't talk a lot politics on here because of the way my brain processes things. She made a comment that sometimes it's hard for people who are, and I'm not wording it correctly, but it made sense in my head when she said it. More like introverted, we take things and we self-analyze things a lot. We have to break it down in our own way. So it seems like it's kind of like, it may seem like we don't care. And I don't mean we as in like me and Rachel Ray. I mean me and my people who I know that are like me, who are very internal. We internally analyze everything. To the point where like, because my husband and I agree and disagree on a lot of points. And it's great because we can discuss things. We both can get angry about things. We both can want to make our point and make it right because it's our point of view. But we have to see it from each other's. And so we get to discuss a lot of things. And even though 98% of the time we're on the same page, we are. Because I can't say we agree on everything. That would be weird. And that would be a lie. But we both let out our frustrations about what's going on and work through it that way. So by the time I worked through it with him, and he's worked through it with me, we both kind of calmed down and realized that anger got us nowhere. And we have to be better about it. And so that's the reason why I don't talk a lot of politics on here, is because I don't want it to get misunderstood. I don't want it to get, because my brain, it's already very random. Let's just throw that out there. That's nothing new. We all know this. I'm a very random thought person. I can't keep one line straight at all to save my life. But my brain processes in so many different ways that I go through like 10 layers of emotion before I get to the final, I've hit the ground and I'm like, okay, this is how I feel about it. I can tell you right now, what happened on the 6th, hands down, don't agree. I don't think it was the right way to do whatever it is that they were trying to do. I would give my opinion of what I think it is, and it just is what it is, and I'm not going to say it because the internet is, can be a very scary thing. So, but when Rachel mentioned that, and I'm going to stop signing for right now because emotions and I have to think at the same time. But when Rachel Ray hit the fact that it's not that I don't care. It's not that I just don't give a damn. It has nothing to do with that. I'm a very, very passionate, like, if you could talk to my husband about how passionate I get about things that I believe in, I have to break it down and internalize it and reanalyze my original thought process to get me to where I'm thinking how I am today. So like I said, when all that went down, I literally could not watch the news. My husband called me and was like, can you believe that this crap is happening? Like, we kind of knew it was coming. I mean, but just in awe of the fact that it actually happened. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Do you know what I mean? So to go from holy crap, I'm just straight out angry, to embarrassed, to why am I angry and embarrassed, to trying to see, not necessarily from their perspective, but trying to see from their perspective to understand, why the heck did you think that was okay to do? And I think a lot of that has to do with the background of me wanting to do psychology and investigating murders and talking to murderers and finding out what the hell made you think that was okay. Even though I don't agree with what they did, I want to know why you thought that was okay to do that. What in your right mind gave you permission and said, this sounds like a good idea? So it takes a lot for me to go through and analyze all of that and process all of that, which I think is another reason why I haven't done a video in a minute, is because, well, 2021 started, and it started off all right, and then it's kind of like a hold my beer moment. It's what the husband and I keep referring it to. It's kind of a hold my beer moment. So I think over these next few months, there's a lot of hope. There's still a lot of hope. I'm still hoping that at some point, some way, somehow, someone is going to get their shit together. I mean, that's the easiest way I can say it. It's the simplest way I can put it. But it has to stop with hatred. And that's the only thing I can come up with. So the hate has to stop. Regardless of what party they're on, regardless of what they believe in, the hate has to stop. So for me to come off with straight anger and just be hateful towards those people, I'm realizing now it didn't help the situation. So I'm trying not to lead off with anger and hatred. So like last year I had a focus word of focus. Like that was my word of the year, focus. My word of the year this year is humility. To stay humble, to stay kind, and to just not jump off with anger so quickly. Because last year there was a lot of anger. A lot. So I'm working with my kids, because now, Arizona has, in case you don't know, I live in the state of Arizona, which is apparently, amazingly, the #1 state. Not just in the United States, but across the entire freaking world with the highest number of COVID. And no, we haven't shut down. Nope. Nope. It's pretty much business as usual. Just wear a mask. Schools have shut down. That's happening. They went back to virtual learning on, I have a calendar right in front of me, the 14th. I'm glad that we just kept my kids in virtual school. I don't know. I know a few people who've gotten vaccinated out here, but one of my family members is a trauma nurse, and I don't think he's gotten vaccinated. I don't think it's been offered to him yet. So that's kind of scary. Yeah, 2021 so far has been pretty much hold my beer. Some people have said the meme that's going around, which I take in a bite of humor, because at this point you have two options, laugh or cry, and I'm choosing to laugh because what the hell else can I do at this point? Which is, I've done my 7-day free trial and I'd like to return it, please. Yeah. I'm hoping that it can get better from here. It has to. It freaking has to. I live in a very hot bubble, and I mean politically and COVID wise, two things that I tried to avoid talking about, but that's my life right now. I literally don't leave the house. Don't leave the house unless I absolutely have to. And I mean, like, I drive 20 minutes to go pick up my scripts. I don't get out of the car. I leave my mask on. I have hand sanitizer with me, and I come home. I don't take kids out. No. Nope. It's too much. Too much. So we're doing all the things we can to stay inside and to keep ourselves well entertained inside without driving each other too crazy inside. That's what we're doing. Okay. Anyways, so all that to say that I appreciate Rachel Ray just saying what she said, because it never dawned on me about how I overanalyze crap. Obviously. Did you hear that last spiel for the last 5 minutes? I overanalyze a lot. And I go through 1,000 emotions in 0.2 seconds. And I don't even know what they all are. I just know that one minute I was laughing, the next minute my face was red, the next minute a vein was popping, and the next minute I'm crying. And then I'm laughing again. I have no idea. So to realize that that's my way of processing things is that first off, I have to do it quietly. I have to do it quietly. I have to sit there and listen and watch and hear what's happening. And I have to process that internally quietly. I have to do it on my own. And then I can go to my husband and be like, hey, I really need to talk about this because this is on my brain, and what the hell? Let me just let this out. And I will totally go off, and he's the sweetest pie because he just kind of sits there and stares at me and says nothing. And then I get mad at him for not saying anything, and then he'll start to talk, and then the debate starts, and then we get our conversation going. And then once it's out of both of us, we're like, okay, that's over. We can move on. What is the next issue? What is the next topic? What is the next thing that we need to discuss? Right now, it's pretty much been the same thing since the 6th. So I had no intention of an inauguration start. That was not, I don't do a lot of political things, but I have the Metallica flag, which has the American flag on it. I have One Nation Under God, which is another one. And then I have One Nation, which is the whole flag with all the state names. That's going to be a start. I have a feeling real soon, because I've been itching to start that one. Yeah. So there we go. Quick, not so quick, touch on, but not talked about, COVID and politics, if that makes sense. And in case anyone else is wondering, my state itself, that doesn't include everyone, I'm just saying the state itself is very red. If that. Okay, moving on. Disney Stitcher, Darren, let's go to Australia for a minute. Freaking love the guy. He is starting all the freaking BAPs too. Him and I were BAP twins. Not because we work on the same projects. Hold on, wait, let me rephrase that. We're BAP twins in the fact that we're starting all the BAPs. And BAPs, in case those who don't know, stands for big ass projects, or big awesome projects. Annie, I got you. Because we use a lot of words that we only use the first letters of. So like WIP, W-I-P, is works in progress. I have to try to get better to remember that. If by chance you have any questions and you're like, what the hell were you talking about? Ask me. I have no problem answering, because I can't remember half the time what I said, right? Back to the very beginning where we said random and crazy. Welcome to it. Next we're going to talk Michelle Bendy, who is also like, I bow down. And I don't say that in like let's put her on a pedestal because she's a freaking amazing person. Because she is an amazing person. But she doesn't do what she does because she wants to be put on a pedestal. And that's even better, like, in my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion. It is what it is. Everyone's got one. But Michelle, I love watching her because she really makes me think. And I'm not saying that like 8 times out of 10 I'm not agreeing with her. That's not it. Because 8 times out of 10 I am agreeing with her. But the other 2 times are topics that I either am not educated on or topics I have not heard about yet, because I try to stay away from that because my mental, I will literally just go straight to angry in 0.0001 of a second. I just straight to anger if I keep it going. So I have to give myself increments of, okay, I've calmed down from this topic, let's move on to the next one. Whereas Michelle, she'll say something and I'm like, oh, I didn't hear about that, let me go research it. I don't know what this is, let me go research it. She really makes my mind think, and overall just try to be a better person for me only. I don't push it on anyone else. I mean, I'm raising 2 humans in my house that are 10 and 12, and I'm trying my best to raise them to be the best humans that they can be. But who knows? I mean, the way I'm raising them today, 30 years from now when they have children of their own, is going to be all wrong. It's going to be a horrible way to raise your children. Like, when I was raised, my parents smacked the crap out of my butt. That's how you raised your kids back then. Not everybody. Don't take that the wrong way. Just how my family was raised. My family now, they get swats, but not the way I got them. That makes any sense. They get talked to a lot. We have a lot of conversations. And although 2021 was a dumpster fire and 2021 has been a hold my beer moment, I'm grateful that they're happening because I think it's opening eyes to a lot of people. But my children, for the 10 and 12 years that they've been alive, the world has just seemed peaceful. It's just been bliss, which I'm so grateful for. But that does not prepare them for the real world. It does not prepare them for what could happen. It does not prepare them for things that they're going to have to vote on. Things that they're going to have to agree, to disagree, to argue, to debate, to sit back and stay quiet on. Like, I want them to understand this. I want them to understand what they're getting into when they go into adulthood. Part of the whole process is learning all of this. So, although this last year has been what it has been, and this year is starting off to whatever it's starting off as, it has allowed my husband and I to have a gazillion and one conversations with my children. And it's not me saying, oh, do you see this? This is wrong. It is, do you see what's happening? What do you think? What do you think is happening? What do you think caused this? What do you think is going to happen now that this has happened? It's more of a trying to learn cause and effect. And the best part about that is that although we think we're teaching them, they in turn are teaching us, because they're seeing it from a totally different perspective. They're seeing it from a child's eye, going, well, I don't understand why you don't like them just because they're of a different race. I don't understand why you don't like them because they're the police. I don't understand why the police are being mean to that person. And it's opening up from a different perspective, not just as an adult, but a child's eye. I have a son who's been bullied. I have a daughter who started a bully awareness committee at school. I have a lot of different perspectives in 2 little humans that are not perspectives my husband and I would have had on our own. So we're learning from each other, which is weird, but it's fantastic. It's amazing what they can teach, even though my son right now is going through the phase of I'm a know-it-all. Just saying. Just saying. And the last one I'm going to add on there is Joy-Filled Stitcher, who is Annie. She's an amazing person, heart of gold, and she's the one that sent me these. So I wanted to add her to the list too, because I've been watching all of these people, but I've also been watching like a boatload of others. I just got through all of the Floss Tube stuff, but those are the ones that I have for this week. If you made it this far, holy cheese and crackers, because I was supposed to start my live 10 minutes ago. I need to send a note to these people and say, please hold, I'm coming. I'm going to do a 2,000 plus giveaway, because holy shnikes, y'all came out the woodworks. We're over, I think we're at 2,300 people. When I started the new year, I was like 2,090-ish. And now I don't usually look at the numbers, but I'm sitting over 2,300 and it's the 16th. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. I think it was a Starter-palooza. I think people wanted to see if the madness was really going to happen. We're going to do a giveaway for 2 people. 2 people. And I was hoping to trinkle this in between all the stuffs that we just talked about, but I totally forgot because, you know, passionate and I get all blah, blah, blah about all the stuffs. We're going to do two things. And I had to think, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, both of them are going to be worldwide. Don't worry, worldwide. The first one, if you by chance win and you are outside of the US, we'll probably have to chit chat and talk to get it to all go fluff all out and make it work. But it's going to work. The husband says it's going to work. So that's what we're going to do. Number one is a tablet. We're going to do a giveaway on a Amazon Kindle 7. Is that what it's called? Tablet 7. So it's, whoops. Now this one looks ginormous because it's got the case and everything, and don't mind my fingerprints. It's a little bit smaller than this one. I want to say it's like here-ish, maybe. But it's going to be the 7 Kindle Fire. And as soon as you receive it, you'll let me know that you've received it, and I will PayPal you the money so you can buy Pattern Keeper. If you want the tablet, because it was Mr. Gidge's idea, the keyword's going to be Mr. Gidge. No period or anything, just MR and then space GIDGE. Mr. Gidge. Because it was his idea. He's like, you keep talking about this Pattern Keeper thing, and all these people keep commenting about how they want to have Pattern Keeper. Why don't we just do a giveaway? Okay, you don't have to twist my arm. And that's my way of saying thank you to all of you who watch, and the small financial benefit that we get from that, we can pay that forward. The second one is going to be a $20 gift card to Brandy at Be Stitch Me, because obviously I have a problem. I freaking love her fabrics. And all I want you to do is put down the word Brandy. She is the owner of the shop. B-R-A-N-D-Y is the keyword that I'm going to look for. She's the owner of the shop. And if you've never had her fabric, or if you're obsessed with her fabric as I am, let me know either way. Never tried her, never heard of her, love her, obsessed, Brandy, take my money, let me know. So those are going to be the giveaways. So if you actually made it this far, y'all are in for a treat. So don't say giveaway. Please be over 18 so that I don't need your address. I do for the tablet. I will for the tablet. Be over 18, let's just play it safe. Don't say giveaway. I will delete comments because these ones are pretty special, in my opinion. And I waited to the very end to talk about them to see who makes it all the way to the end. And I didn't mention them up front, so you couldn't fast forward to the end. So if you didn't know, you didn't know. So Mr. Gidge for the tablet and the PK, Pattern Keeper. And Brandy, B-R-A-N-D-Y, for the Be Stitch Me gift card for $20. And you can go get some nice fabric. Or silks. Her silks are phenomenal. Just saying. Now that I've stitched with them, I can legit say that. So on that note, I'm going to bid you adieu. Say farewell. Stay random. Don't kiss your projects. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!